Hey guys, welcome to OPTCG, and today, after 7 sets, including EB01 and EB02, Don Quixote Rosinante from OP5 finally got some support in the form of a 2-cost leader-locked character that actually makes a huge difference to the deck.
Yeah, finally some support after not seeing Rosinante for very long. I mean, I remember when no one would play him because it was just considered kind of a very bad leader, but it's nice to see some good support and to see, having some success again. So
100%.
Very exciting.
And he won a flagship in Japan, which is super impressive since we know that the meta in EB02 right now is pretty aggressive. But it feels nice to have some new leaders revamped.
Yeah, 100%. Feels like really going with the ethos of there are no bad leaders, they're just lacking support. So,
exactly.
See the revamp of all the old unplayed leaders.
Exactly. So we saw that in EB02, Arlong got some pretty good support recently. And we also saw that Red Black Sabo actually also won a flagship. So it feels really good to see that and to see the meta being a little bit healthy again. So today we're going to go over some games that I played with a version of the deck that's a little bit different from the flagship one. It's more focused on the 2-cost bodies and then slowly ramping up to the big ticket items on the deck like the 8-cost Kid and the 9-cost Shanks. But it still plays a little bit similarly. The big difference is the 2K Mihawk that plays out the Cavendish as well. But it is still pretty strong, and she's going to be blind reacting to them.
Yeah, time to see the games for the first time. Very excited. Like I said, always exciting to see old leaders back. So yeah, excited
100%.
to get into it.
One of the games we actually played together, so she might remember that one.
I do know what happens. It's the only one.
Exactly. So she's going to be giving you as well her insight on the plays. And yeah, so let's just jump right into it and just talk about these games. Okay, so the first matchup against Buggy.
Okay, how do you think the matchup into blue is with Rosinante?
Well, it's kind of scary because the blue has access to Red Rock and Gravity Blade, which
always
super strong.
Problematic.
Especially when you play out a slow deck like Rosinante, where you play out big bodies, and especially he can play out the 10-cost Buggy for 5, which also bottom decks
very strong.
Character. But I mean, it kind of just showcases as well how good the effects are with Rosinante. So for example, I play out the Sugar, which is leader lock to Don Quixote Pirates.
And very strong card, exactly. Always has been.
And every time he plays something, I can rest it and attack into it. So I just rest out his Searcher, so I can attack into it. And then I can play out the new support that is really strong.
Very good.
So he searches any 2-cost.
And plays it out.
Exactly. So there's a lot of
I get rested, yeah. So I get the deck you want to be like 2 costs and then big bodies.
Exactly. And 5 costs. So I play out there's like the Carrot and the new Smoker that is really good.
Yeah, so he just made the mistake that you do against Rosinante, which you shouldn't do, is attacking into those small bodies because you can just block leader effect and it's a 1k instead of a 3k.
Exactly. And here he plays out the new Buggy promo that plays out another cross guild.
And so you rested it.
So I rest it and I attack into it. And that's kind of like the move that you want to do with Buggy, because Buggy has to trash a card to do his effect.
Yeah.
So you want to serve him out. And so if you can attack into bodies, you attack into his character.
And he's not going to attack with that one, so you're good.
Exactly. And then something to keep in mind with Rosinante as well is that at the end of the turn, you can restand the leader if you have 6 or less cards in hand. And so it kind of pushes you to every turn being like countering.
Getting rid of,
because you do want to.
Yeah, so they're like, again, he attacks into your small body.
And you use the
just
effect.
The leader effect, counter 1.
Exactly.
Rest the Kaya. Okay.
Bounce back.
That was probably the right choice there.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying, but
the Sugar is the harder thing on the board here. And so for here, what I'm gonna do is just bounce back his Zozo and and that's kind of the thing.
Great.
And so since I have more than 6 cards in hand, I can't do effects.
But either way, he can't attack into anything but leader, so it doesn't matter. So you might as well
and if
keep
I
the
need
cards,
to, I can still block. But since he can only attack with leader and he's gonna do effect here, I'm not very scared of what he can throw at me. Exactly. So Just counter
You're
with
gonna
the
1K that, I think, would be the choice.
I would 1K. Exactly.
And it
with the
seems
sugar.
that you did, yeah.
Because you want to keep those 2Ks once you can play out the kid.
right,
And
yeah.
next turn, that's kind of the move there.
So we played out another Buggy.
Another Buggy. Now I'm at 10 Dawn, which is perfect. That leaves me, I mean, I just attack into life. And if I'm lucky
kid.
enough, I can search.
Now you're playing Tashigi down, or are you gonna play the blocker?
I'm clearly gonna play. I think probably the Tashigi. But yeah,
that way it can't be like bottom decked.
Exactly. So I'd play out. I think I play out a 2K so I can have it in hand. That's another mechanic that goes really well with this play.
Tashigi.
It's the Charlotte Pudding that you can play out from your deck and then bounce back to hand. So
that's pretty good. Free 2K. Yeah, exactly. That's really good. And then leader effect, and now your kid is protected. You have 3 lives, so if they somehow manage to attack into kid, you just take life. And I think the Tashigi was the way to go here, especially against a blue deck.
Especially right now, since he has a lot of bodies.
Yeah, you don't want him dropping that 10 cost.
Exactly,
yeah.
And that's literally what I don't want to do. But he bounces back to Tashigi, which is smart, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
Then he goes into that, and I just counter.
Yeah, you just take,
just block. That's the thing.
Take more life.
That's why Rosinante, I feel like, is one of the most perfect leaders for kid including Bonnie. Bonnie is just super strong, and it's a supernova. But you could just take
life instead. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you go too low on life,
even that.
But I'm saying before the kid, it might be a bit dangerous because then if you can't take life instead, I mean.
Oh yeah, like you want to keep those lives to protect your kid.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you go down to 0 or just 1, it's like
we just can't do leader.
Exactly, it doesn't matter. But on at this point,
it's fine. I mean, yeah, he's just playing down blockers, and
so he bounces back my kid, which is smart of him.
Bottom decked your kid.
Yeah, he bottom decked my kid.
But 2 others, so
I really
super chill.
Exactly, I really don't mind.
And protect your life for the kid next round.
Protect. And to be able to attack with leader as well.
Yeah.
Since I am already so I think do pudding effect, because pudding is just.
I think there's nothing to rest though if you play sugar, so I don't know if that's super
probably
useful. Yeah, the blocker I think is better, but I think anyways you're gonna be getting rid of it, so
exactly
doesn't really matter. Yeah, just to know.
Yeah, I think I was looking for another Rosinante, but I already have one in hand at this point.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't.
Another one's gonna be playing rested, so it doesn't really matter.
So yeah, that's why I go into
bodies,
Jozu to just take out some.
Play another kid.
Exactly. No. Tashigi. Okay. So
yeah.
That was kind of useless.
What do you mean kind of useless?
It was useless to play out the killer because.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because I kind of kill it anyway. So.
No, 100%. Yeah. But the Tashigi was definitely the play. I think always kid Tashigi goes really well together, especially against blue. So yeah, not bad. Yeah, it does really have good synergy because then just keeping those big bodies on board. He only has 3 life, 1 blocker, sure, but
he can't attack with the 2 promo buggies.
That is very true, actually. Yeah,
he's just
seems more scary than it is, actually.
Yeah. And he has to use his blocker to attack into my kid, and it's like, okay, well, have my 2Ks.
Yeah.
And you go 11. That's perfect for just
2 2Ks. Yeah.
And so.
No block, just 2 2Ks. I'm guessing that's what you'll do. Seeing how many Dawn have left.
If you can bounce it, I'm still like, I don't care.
Yeah, still worth it, I think.
He just abandoned because at this point,
Crocodile, a Sabo, and a Buggy.
Exactly. You could play out the Buggy, but then you would have to trash another card.
He could trash one of the Buggies though. That second Buggy is kind of useless.
No, but you would have played out the Buggy.
Oh, no, I'm talking the 7 cost.
No, but he needs the full board to play out the 10 cost. So he would have played out here with 6 Dawn. He would have played out the Buggy. But then I had the Tashigi, so he couldn't even do the Buggy effect. And so it was.
Yeah, his best bet was doing that and then attacking into Tashigi, but you could have just blocked.
Exactly.
So no, it was a tough position. I don't think there's much that he could have done there at that point. Because even then, would you have gone into board or gone into face?
Board, probably.
Yeah, because then He has no attackers, no cards
board
in
and then
hand.
slowly just going into face.
I think that would.
I think I would have gone probably would have gone 9 into Mihawk
Yeah.
to see if he would give me 3 cards, at least 2 cards.
I don't think he would have, because then his options would have been nothing.
Then put a couple Dawn on Shanks to attack into his Buggy, and then just face and Jozu. Face and Jozu until that's kind of like the play that you want to go for, and it kind of showcases out. Like, I think this game pretty showcases like the long game with Rosinante, which is play out your kid.
Play out the kid and then take life.
And take life. Play out Shanks, play out Jozu, and it's really good. Okay, so last video we go against each other.
Yeah, so I was playing Shanks, and I actually also recorded the game, so I do know what I had in hand as well. And we
exactly.
Screen as well.
Which is good, so we can both see what we were playing.
But yeah, so this was, I think, a case of not knowing how to play against Rosinante, and that is kind of a disadvantage, and you were able to exploit my lack of knowledge of how to play into Rosinante. So
and here going first, which is good, and perfect first turn. I find the Rosinante into the
playing out sugar.
If she wants to remove the sugar, I just block. If she doesn't,
that's again my mistake. Is like when you don't think about it, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just 5k into a 0, but then it's just a 1k counter with leader effects.
Perfect.
So good. It's so good.
And it's like, okay, well, I protect.
And I was like, oh darn.
And you played the Lucky Root. Okay, I rested.
But Lucky Root, I played it because I was like, either way, if you KO it,
but
like I don't care. But then you have a carrot.
Sugar, the carrot, exactly.
It's super annoying.
So I stay.
Yeah.
And we pass the turn, and now you have to go into life, which I don't mind at this point.
Yeah.
And I rest out.
Yeah, that was my mistake. I should have attacked. Actually, no, never mind. Because either way, you would have rested it. Yeah.
And here I have the perfect. I just go 6k, 7k into lead. Rest out the lucky. I think the Lucky Root, because I'm more scared of the Lucky Root to KO my sugar, my carrot. But I guess not. I guess I don't. Oh, I'm gonna bounce back a Lucky Root.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And I'm just gonna pass, and I protect out my Rosinante. I still have the sugar that is completely active, and so now she plays around
that's the thing. Playing a blocker, playing a searcher, that way he's forced to rest it, and I can actually play something else in its place.
Exactly, so I can just counter.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I would do next time if you're playing against Rosinante, is just go face, face, face. That way you're stopping them from using their leader effect later on in the game when they really need it. So I think that was kind of my mistake here, was trying to go for board, trying to get rid of the pesky stuff. But it's like, if you can just go for face and make so that Rosinante can't use their leader effect, you put them in a tougher position. 100%. But yeah, didn't know that when I was playing this.
Here I just removed.
Yeah, go for board.
Play out the thing.
Super annoying smoker.
Exactly, and then play a little blocker that makes me
draw a card.
Clean.
And restand your leader. I mean, great turn. Great 100%. Turn. So that was an interesting choice I made to just put all the Dawn and attack. I think that was a mistake for sure, especially I think just Shanks. Yeah, would have been way better here and would have been easier to attack into everything. And yeah, just kind of wasted a turn a little bit there, to be honest.
Yeah, I think a Shanks would have put a lot more pressure on board.
100%.
Especially if I would have played Kid like I did.
100%. Like, I think that was a big mistake. Because now it's like, I'm already playing catch up if I play my Shanks now. But it's not too bad. I mean, I still have 4 life. But it's, yeah, should have played on the turn before. Especially because you have kind of no way of dealing with it other than Shanks. But
and again, you still divide the Dawn.
Yeah, I don't know.
I get it because you want to get -2, but still.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. that was also not a good choice. I don't know why I keep putting off playing the Shanks 10. I think it's 100% the solution. And
Yeah,
like,
and I just counter.
yeah. I mean, I think my thought process was I wanted to get cards out of hand because that way you have less cards, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Like, I think Shanks would have just been better because I'm just, yeah. But I mean, you are going to go into board anyways.
Yeah, because that's what I want to do.
You don't want it to stay alive, but...
I kind of want to wait until I can find my... until I can find my Shanks, my 9-cost Shanks, because if you play out a big thing, well...
Then you have 9-cost Shanks,
exactly.
yeah. No, yeah. I think I had 2 Shanks, and for some reason I played 0 of them.
Yeah.
But...
And I still have a life, so I can still...
Yeah, and now it's like worse because I don't have other bodies to at least put a little bit of pressure, and either way it would have minus cost 1 with Shanks for all the bodies, so it would have been chill, but...
This was the good plan to play out the Otama, so I can't rest the dragon.
Yeah. And then more cards out of hand.
Yeah, I need to.
My thought process, but I think I was kind of just hoping on, I have enough life as a buffer, but yeah, also running low on cards and not having, I mean, you don't know it, but having the 10-cost Shanks in hand is like, okay, I just have bricks, basically.
Exactly, and I just try to clear out everything.
And I don't have enough counters, so
take out the
clear out everything.
Play out another one.
And it's like, bruh, what am I gonna do at this point?
I just want to trash out your cards. And it's the third time I trashed your life, which is amazing. Why this smoker is so good.
No, 100%. And you don't know, but I just have bricks. Like, I'm literally bricked up because I didn't play my big bodies when I was supposed to. So that was a weird decision. Because that's always the thing, like with Shanks, you just want to get as much stuff out there as possible because the 10-cost Shanks is so good, especially if you already have other bodies on the board. So yeah, that was a choice, but oh well.
It happens. But here, I think if you play out anything, I just let it die.
Yeah, I think here I was just thinking because I was like, I was like, let me just make sure that shit dies. But you could have taken your life, but you know, but you have another, have another kid, so it's like, I've lost at this point anyways. That's why I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll just put all my Dawn.
Counter that shit out.
Well, yeah.
But play anything, just rest it.
And then you can set 2 Dawn active, like, so good.
Go 5 life. See if you take
either way, I'm like I'm in trouble. I've been in trouble for a while.
And you used, that was a good play. That was a good play.
And so I guess that was also wise, just keep the counter.
Because the sugar was pretty important there. Anything you would have played.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like, if I get like a really good rush. But even a really good rush, it's like, what am I going to do? Well, now I'm playing the 10-cost Shanks, but it's kind of...
And I block.
And you get the Shanks out of life, so it's like,
but here I just go for life. So it's like,
Yeah. Because I was like, no. Like, I had 3 big bodies. Like, there was no point in me keeping that in hand and attacking with the Van Beckman and the Yasop.
100%.
That was just... Don't know why I did that. But yeah, but still it goes to show, like, the power of Rosinante, of playing that kid, you know, then taking, like, if you need it, and just having really good defense in the late game. So,
100%.
Yeah, no, very good.
And that's kind of... But yes, I did play against a lot of slow decks, per se, like the late game decks. I think... Rosinante against more aggro decks. I played it against a couple of Dofis and I did pretty well, but that's why the version in the flagship deck has the Electric Luna to rest all the small bodies, to keep rested all the small bodies.
That's pretty good, yeah.
But at the same time, it's still just a good card to have in the deck. And you could also play the Doflamingo. That is also pretty strong.
Yeah, the blocker you mean?
No, the Doflamingo 10-cost. The big body.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just to regain a little bit more...
I mean, I think it's just always a solid choice of a card in any green deck, just because really good effect to be able to rest 3 leaders and characters. So.
100%. But I like it like this, and I thought it was... Like, I thought
pretty
it was
fun.
a pretty fun deck.
Yeah, very fun.
100%. The big difference between the flagship deck that I thought was interesting was the 2K Mihawk, the Electric Luna, and the Cavendish just to have a little bit more draw, which makes sense. But other than
good,
that,
I mean, I like the two cost mechanic. It's pretty good.
yeah, you still play out the 2 cost mechanic, but you sacrifice a 2k for another 2k.
Yeah, I mean, but your deck is not far. Like,
yeah,
it's basically the same.
It's basically the same. Main difference is you don't play out the Bonnie. I like the Bonnie.
I think it's always a solid choice.
Exactly, but it is true that Cavendish is also pretty good. There's not much to say. I just thought it was really fun. Honestly, after playing this deck, I immediately went and bought the alt leader because I want to play this deck in EB2. It's really that fun, like competitively / like at locals and stuff like that. Like I really
it's a good deck. It's a good deck.
It's super fun, and I encourage you to try it out on the sim. But yeah, let us know what you thought of the deck list, if you would play more of the flagship one or the one that I played.
And don't forget to like, comment, and follow us, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.